Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
On behalf of College of DuPage, College of DuPage President Dr. Ann Rondeau, and the college's Board of Trustees, Chairman Deanne Mazzocchi, Vice Chairman Frank Napolitano, Secretary Christine Fenn, Alan Bennett, Charles Bernstein, Daniel Markwell, and Joe Wozniak, as well as student trustee Anthony Walker, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you and thank you for being a part of today's event. Today we're proud to honor the distinguished life of one of our fallen heroes by dedicating the Homeland Security Education Center in memory of Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller. It is fitting that Staff Sergeant Miller's name be connected with a facility that educates and trains the men and women who serve and protect all of us, our neighbors, and our communities. I'd like now to introduce College of DuPage President Dr. Ann Rondeau. Dr. Rondeau retired from the U.S. Navy as a 3-star Vice Admiral in 2012 and is only the second woman to have achieved this rank. Dr. Rondeau has extensive leadership experience in significant military and educational roles, and she's the past president of the National Defense University, a consortium of 5 colleges and 9 research centers in Washington, D.C. Dr. Rondeau recently completed her first year here at College of DuPage, where she's provided leadership at all levels while fostering and strengthening relationships with various constituencies throughout District 502. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ann Rondeau.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dan. Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller. He was a natural leader, from Boy Scouts to being the co-captain of the Wheaton North High School gymnastics team. He was a young man who showed tremendous integrity and spirit. Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller represents the very essence of today's military and of today's emergency and first responders. We are honored today to name our Homeland Security Education Center and this courageous young man, and to dedicate a memorial inside that honors the life and the service and the spirit of Rob Miller. We at College of DuPage have the greatest respect for the men and women who put their lives at risk to ensure our freedom and our prosperity, our security and our health. College of DuPage is committed to providing the highest quality of training to our first responders through the criminal justice, fire science, and EMS programs, as well, of course, as the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. And we have 70 of our newest cadets here this afternoon as part of our ceremony. They're all housed at the Homeland Security Education Center. Our Veteran Services Office helps 1,000 veterans annually on the campus. And since opening our doors 50 years ago in 1967, the College of DuPage has served more than 25,000 veterans in a variety of ways. While we praise those who work every day to protect each and every one of us, we also mourn and honor those who gave their lives in that action, and to do so. Inside the center, we unveiled earlier today the College of DuPage Student Memorial to our first responders, a wall that holds the names of all of our former students who sacrificed their lives in the line of duty, whether it was in the military or as firefighters or police officers and any kind of first responders. Later during this ceremony, we will read the names of all those on that wall in order to pay tribute to their heroic deeds. And after this ceremony, I encourage you all to go into the building and walk inside and see this memorial that links 9/11, service, a service ethos, and sacrifice in every way possible. It's our deepest hope that the Robert J. Miller Homeland Security Education Center and the memorials inside can serve as a public tribute, as well as provide comfort to the families and loved ones and their friends, as a testament that these fallen men and women died while doing what they love, sacrificing themselves so that others may live in peace, freedom, security, and prosperity. They are our heroes, and we are proud to recognize their service. I would now like to welcome to the podium the College of DuPage Board of Trustees Chairman Deanne Mazzocchi to share her thoughts, because our trustees also have been completely essential to us at the college being able to make this day happen. Chairman?
Thank you. Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. The College of DuPage is an integral part of the people and the neighborhoods that we serve, and so it's fitting that as your community college, we recognize today the many individuals who selflessly choose to serve our communities. It is an honor to stand before you today on behalf of District 502 to dedicate the Homeland Security Education Center to the memory of Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller. Staff Sergeant Miller, he grew up locally in Wheaton, but his courage, selflessness, and valor saved the lives of many Americans and others halfway around the world. And as this world, our nation, our community becomes ever more interconnected, it also becomes ever easier for chaos, the dark places, the bad people to come and find us. And that's why our military, our police, our firemen, our first responders, these are the ones who face that down every day to protect and guard us from those who would do us harm. That's why we here at the college are proud to train over 7,000 individuals a year at the Homeland Security Education Center. And in fact, as Dr. Rondeau noted, in our audience today we have our newest CELIA Basic Academy class, 18-01, with manager Ray Cordell from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. These men and women are going to be the next generation going out into our communities and demonstrating their courage on a daily basis. And for that, we thank you. But words also cannot ever express the debt and the gratitude that we all owe to those who stand on the edge of the line. The dedication of this facility and the new memorials inside it will serve as reminders to all of us not to take that for granted, and to remind all of us of the legacy that you have built to build and protect our civilization, whether it be in our local neighborhoods or beyond to the worldwide community. We're here today to thank Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller for his integrity and his bravery. We are here to thank our alumni who are memorialized for their courage and ultimate sacrifice. And we are here to thank the men and women currently dedicating their lives to active service. And we are here to especially thank the families who build the character, provide the support, the love, and the understanding that is needed for you to effectively do your jobs. The college is proud of its heroes, and we are honored to be a part of this community. Thank you very much.
So it is now my honor, my distinct honor, to introduce two men who know very well what it means to be of service to their community. Today's keynote speaker is a longtime friend of mine, and I'm proud to be able to say that. He is retired United States Navy Captain Thomas Kelly, who received a Medal of Honor for his service and heroism during the Vietnam War. Captain Kelly has served our nation as Executive Officer of the USS Sample, Commanding Officer of the USS Lang, Commander of the Navy's Military Sea Lift Command in the Far East, Chief of Staff for the Commander of U.S. Naval Forces in Korea, and as the Director of Legislation in the Bureau of Naval Personnel. He is currently President of the Congressional Medal of Honor Society. Apart from the script, I want to also say a couple of other things about Tom. First of all, this is a man with one eye and a plate in his head for his wounds. Imagine being the Director of Legislation for the Navy with those kinds of wounds and being able to have credibility for our Navy. But more importantly, at a time when the United States military would discharge somebody with these very serious wounds, Tom Kelly said, "Not I will stand. I want to continue to serve." And he was one of the first officers in the military allowed to continue his service to retirement with such enormous wounds. Tom Kelly is a man of persistence, and I'm proud to call him my friend. Following Captain Kelly's keynote speech, we will welcome 3rd Special Forces Group Command Sergeant Major Bruce Holmes. He is a recipient of the Silver Star for conspicuous gallantry in action in the global war on terrorism for his service during Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. He is also the recipient of 2 Purple Hearts. Command Sergeant Major Holmes will share with us a brief statement on behalf of Staff Sergeant Miller's Special Forces family, indeed a family for a lifetime. Please join me first in welcoming my friend and one of the nation's heroes, Captain Tom Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Today's about Staff Sergeant Miller. What a glorious day for the DuPage College family. Remembering those DuPage family members who are no longer with us because they laid down their lives for us and for their country. And to be part of the ceremony naming this building for Staff Sergeant Robert Miller is a huge honor and a humbling experience for me. Why Rob Miller? Well, when you look at this young man and review what he accomplished in 25 short years, the answer is easy. When Rob enlisted in the Army in 2003, he chose to become a special operations warrior. Not surprising. Growing up, he always pushed himself to the limit. As a Boy Scout, as a high school gymnast, as an Army recruit in boot camp, proving himself to himself and to others that he could do it. And this passion and determination allowed him to earn and to proudly wear the badge of our Special Operations Forces. As President Obama said during Rob's Medal of Honor ceremony, these warriors are the best of the best. In an era that prizes celebrity and status, they are the quiet professionals, never seeking the spotlight. In time of war, they are born a burden far beyond their small numbers. In this building, the Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller Homeland Security Education Center is a perfect place to honor the legacy of Rob Miller. It was established to train and support first responders and law enforcement personnel and to provide the best preparation possible for people who have dedicated themselves to serving others in their communities, our nation, and throughout the world. These professionals are not without risk, but for every fallen soldier or first responder lost in the line of duty, there are countless citizens who are safe due to their heroism. People like Rob Miller and the other men and women who we honor today, who have made the ultimate sacrifice in protecting, serving, and helping those in need. When people walk through this building and wonder about its namesake, they'll be told that this extraordinary man, maybe about their same age, gave his life for others. He put others before himself. That's why this building is the appropriate spot to honor Staff Sergeant Miller, in a space where tomorrow's heroes learn and train, so that they will be inspired to find the courage within themselves to act without hesitation and to never forget how much is at stake. And what enables ordinary young men and women like Rob to perform extraordinary deeds? Clearly, his mom and dad, Maureen and Philip, instilled in him the values of integrity, honor, patriotism, and service before self. That's how Rob lived his life up until that very last day, making him the very first special operator to receive the medal posthumously for service in Afghanistan. This will serve to inspire future generations of DuPage students, faculty, and staff to live their lives the way Rob Miller did for others. They certainly don't have to lay down their life in order to be like Staff Sergeant Miller. They don't even have to be wearing the uniform of a soldier, a police officer, a firefighter, or a first responder. What they will have to do is to be a man or a woman for others, putting service before self, making an impact on someone else's life. And Staff Sergeant Miller and the other honorees we remember today did exactly that. They certainly impacted the lives of others in a big way by providing protective cover for his team under withering enemy fire and ordering them to quickly move back to cover positions. He allowed them to survive that day, to eventually return home to their loved ones, and to fulfill the dreams that Robbie Miller never could. Those 7 members of his team and the 15 Afghan Army soldiers whose lives he saved will always remember January 25th, 2008, and the warrior whose deeds enabled them to live another day and indeed another lifetime. So the legacy of Staff Sergeant Rob Miller lives on in this building, on this campus, in this community, and in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. He will inspire future generations to lead a life for others, to make a difference in the lives of those they come in contact with, and to always be able to look in the mirror and know that they are being true to themselves. I thank you for allowing me to be part of this special day when we should all pledge to lead our lives in the way that Rob Miller would be proud of us. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. Dr. Rondeau, Chairman Mazzocchi, Captain Kelly, Representative Kifowit, Representative Olson, Senator Holmes, State's Attorney DuPage County, Berlin, Mr. and Mrs. Miller. And I'd also like to recognize my good friend, Robbie, who I just met literally just a few minutes ago, who I think was Robbie's second half brother. I just met him 10 minutes ago, and I feel like I've known him my whole life. And what I got to say, it's an absolute distinct honor to be here from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, to say a few words. And on behalf of Colonel Moses and 3rd Special Forces Group, thank you for the opportunity to participate in this historic event. I'm truly humbled to be in the presence of you, great Americans who took it upon yourselves to honor one of our nation's heroes, Staff Sergeant Robert Miller, as well as the other military service member, firefighters, police officer alumni who have given their life in service to this great nation. At 3rd Special Forces Group, we live by the words, care for the wounded, honor the fallen, and continue mission. Well, we've learned it takes a community to do all these things. We can't do it alone. Warriors rely on strong communities. Strong communities like the College of DuPage to help us care for the wounded, to honor the fallen so that we can continue to do what our nation asks of us. Today's building dedication in honor of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice is a true testament to the strength of this community and this great nation. And I'm very grateful to the honor of Staff Sergeant Miller and to honor all of our fallen heroes with you today. God bless the oppressor Liber.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'd now like to pay tribute to our fallen alumni from College of DuPage, heroes who gave their lives in the line of duty. Honoring each by reading their names will be Fire Chief Joe Leone from the Addison Fire Protection District, Colonel Ralph Grieco, United States Army, retired, and Deputy Police Chief Tim Roberts of the Bloomingdale Police Department. Please stand for the reading of the names, followed by the playing of taps by Piper Thomas Gallis.
Firefighter Robert Babka. Firefighter Willard Christopher. Firefighter Terrence D. Freeman Sr. Engineer Jerry Herring. Deputy Chief Mark Johnson. Lieutenant Richard Reckenmacher. Firefighter Joe Samick. Firefighter Jerry Shrima. Fire Chief Edward Switalski.
Army Staff Sergeant Mario J. Beaver. Marine Private First Class Sean T. Cardelli. Lance Corporal Jesse De La Torre. Army Sergeant Gerald J. Dajauskas. Army Private First Class Ronald L. Elza. My son, Illinois Army Guard Staff Sergeant Kevin D. Grieco. Army Specialist 4 Ronald E. Hogstrom. Army Private First Class Gunner R. Hotchkins. Army Captain Kevin C. Landeck. Army Sergeant Eric A. Lill. Private First Class Michael Peters. Army Sergeant Howard Emerson Querray III. Army Corporal Paul Henry Stein. Specialist John R. Sullivan. Army Specialist Samuel T. Watts. Private First Class Scott Allen Wright.
Agent Elaine Amiuwu. Patrolman Michael A. Browning. Police Officer Michael Gordon. Police Officer Casey Joseph Kohlmeyer. Police Officer James Morrissey. Bloomingdale Police Officer Raymond Morrell. Corporal Cesar Velasquez.
And we would like to conclude today's event with a short video created for Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller and the memorials being dedicated.
We are here today to dedicate this building, the Homeland Security Education Center, in the memory of Staff Sergeant Robert J. Miller, a Special Forces soldier killed in Afghanistan whose service and heroic actions represent the very essence of today's emergency personnel. Men and women putting their lives at risk every day, every hour. Spending his childhood here in DuPage County, the Wheaton resident was regarded as a natural leader, from Boy Scouts to co-captain of the Wheaton North High School gymnastics team. Rob would eventually follow in the family footsteps, a path that would lead to military service, joining the Army and working his way up to the rank of Staff Sergeant in the Special Forces. On January 25, 2008, while on his second deployment to Afghanistan, Rob volunteered for an evening combat reconnaissance mission near the Pakistan border. The patrol was ambushed by more than 100 insurgents, and the mission's leader was wounded. Staff Sergeant Miller engaged the enemy, creating cover for his commander to be carried to safety and shielding his teammates from enemy attack. He continued his protective fire, charging alone, allowing his team to regroup and return fire until his ammunition was exhausted. During the skirmish, Staff Sergeant Robert Miller was mortally wounded. His selflessness is credited with saving the lives of 7 members of his team and 15 Afghan National Army soldiers. Robert J. Miller was posthumously awarded the United States' highest and most prestigious personal military decoration, the Medal of Honor. Staff Sergeant Miller indeed demonstrated his bravery above and beyond the call of duty. In 2011, the HEC opened its doors, the first facility of its kind in the Midwest. Within these walls, members of the nation's most vital safety and security professions learn and sharpen the skills that save lives. The facilities are also utilized for interdepartmental exercises with local agencies as well as a command center for live missions, and is home to the acclaimed Suburban Law Enforcement Academy, which trains our region's law enforcement officers. These challenging, ever-important fields are not without risk, but for every fallen soldier, every life lost in the line of duty, there are countless citizens who are safe thanks to their heroism. It is important for us to remember Sergeant Miller here in this space where tomorrow's heroes learn and train, so they will be inspired to find the courage within themselves to act without hesitation, and never forget how much is at stake. We also pay tribute to all College of DuPage alumni who have gone on to careers in emergency response fields or enlisted in military service and perished in the line of duty. These alumni are a broad representation of our constituents in that they were culinary art students, high school wrestlers, parents, swimmers, aspiring lawyers, carpenters, computer programmers. They came from every corner of District 502, serving in and beyond DuPage County as police officers, firefighters, paramedics, and members of our armed forces. Whether responding to a burglary, a multiple alarm fire, rescuing civilians from danger, or defending our country in battle from Vietnam to Iraq and Afghanistan, these courageous souls deserve respect and gratitude. A memorial to those brave individuals will give all who enter this building an opportunity to reflect on what it means to dedicate your life to protecting others. These are the individuals we recognize as heroes, willing to go above and beyond.